Good morning and welcome to Local Business Focus. I'm Sally Barker and with me this morning is Sue Dayley from INTU Property. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, Sally.
And can you just give me a bit of a background on what INTU Property is?
INTU Property is a company that actually manages a property transformation for our residential and commercial clients, and we manage it from concept through to completion. So once they get the idea in their heads that that's what they want to do, we work with them and help them actually come up with the actual result that they want.
So property transformation, what do you mean by that?
It can be called many things. Property renovations, it can be even just painting the whole interior and transforming the property from where it is at the moment. So it could be just tired paint and tired carpets, or it could be a complete renovation where you take everything out and put everything in new again. So they get literally a new home.
So why would someone come to you instead of just going out on their own and, choosing bits from here and there and doing it themselves?
Time. They're time poor. It's a very overwhelming process. So once they start, they realise how much work is involved in actually doing a renovation. The other ones I get a lot of rental properties. So these people are busy working and they just need someone to go in there, get it done as quickly as possible so they can get a tenant back in, so that they don't lose too much money when they're doing it. And the clients that do it in their own homes, they just want to make sure it's done right. And they need help making it happen because they've got an idea in their heads. They're just not sure which way to go.
So what areas of the home do you usually find people struggle the most with?
Definitely kitchen layout, if they want to change the kitchen layout. Bathrooms are very popular, like bathroom renovations at the moment, but of course when they actually start doing them, how they do the vanities, how they do the showers. There's a lot of different layouts they can use now, different shower types, bath over shower, anything like that. And colours. Colours is one of the biggest things, what colours do they use and what kind of floor types do they use. Anything that they want to start doing, there's always questions because they're just not sure what's out there now.
And I guess you do this every day and it's something that comes easy to you.
I wouldn't say it comes easy. I'd say I enjoy doing it. So if I'm not sure of something, then I love finding out new ways of actually improving the way we do things. And I even learnt something today on the way in. I was talking to one of my suppliers about some flooring and found out something I didn't know. So it's the learning process as well, and it's also the helping the clients and having them see something finished that they didn't actually quite picture in their heads and realise that's exactly what they wanted.
Is it an industry that changes quite rapidly?
Yes, definitely.
And what sort of changes do you see since you've been in business?
There's changes from start to finish, changes with the Australian standards, so how things should be done and the legalities behind that. Changes in the building industry, in the construction industry, with the trades themselves. There's also changes in all the products that you can use. I mean, they're constantly changing. Right? There's different flooring, as I mentioned, and then tiles. You can get big plank wood tiles now, and you can get a whole bathroom just one solid tile put on the wall. So things are constantly changing.
So you mentioned trades changing, the changes for tradespeople working for you. How important is it for you as a homeowner to understand what those changes are?
I think the reason the homeowner employs us is because for them to keep on top of it, it's just not possible unless they're in that industry. So they have to put their trust in me and in my trades to do right by them. There is a lot of different trades out there, and the current market at the moment means that they've got to look at different ways of doing things to make it more affordable for clients. So when I mean changes in trades, it's them trying to find better ways to do things and still giving the client what they want, but without the price tag going through the roof on them.
So we've got a lot of pretty good tradies out there.
Absolutely.
But there are some rogues as well.
Definitely.
What would you be looking out for?
In the trades, I always make sure my trades have got a good history. They've got a good client history as well, that they've got the repetitive clients. I use a lot of trades that are both residential and commercial, so they've got an understanding of different types of actual work, so it's not just the same thing over and over again. a tradesman that keeps up to date with the market and what changes are in the market. And I'll give you an example. An electrician has to be licensed. If they don't maintain their knowledge of the industry, they won't understand the changes in the Australian standard legislation. So we've gone in and done some work and said that this is illegal wiring, and they've said, oh, our electrician's only just done that. He was in his 50s, and it just means that he hasn't kept up to date with the actual changes that are actually being done on a regular basis.
Okay, so can you give us 3 quick tips for someone who's thinking about renovating or doing a whole house, partial house?
Okay, first tip is don't rush. When you first think about it, it's a great idea, but just make sure you know exactly what you want before you start. And if you don't, even just talk to someone like myself or anyone else in the industry just to get some ideas of what the right way to go is. Go out there and start shopping. Just go have a look at what's out there and get an idea of the different things. Go to like the Home Buyers Centre, just have a look at all the different displays. So get as much ideas in your head as possible. And the third thing is, I'm promoting someone else here, but the Houzz website, Houzz, you can go on there and just put in a search like black bathroom and you'll get so many photos and it will just give you all these ideas. So the biggest issue to me is for a client to know what they want, they have to take the time out to look.
Would there be a book you'd recommend someone read at this point?
No, I've not actually seen any books yet at this stage.
Okay, wonderful.
Plenty of websites, though.
There are websites, magazines, and
correct,
so
plenty
forth.
of those.
All right, well, thank you so much, Sue, from INTU Property. Thanks for joining us this morning on Local Business Focus.
Thanks, Sally. My contact details, if you need them.
Oh, yes, contact details. Yep, that would be great.
The email is sue@INTU Property, which is intuproperty.com.au. My mobile number is 0412 934 556 and my website, which is intuproperty.com.au.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sue.
Thank you, Sally.